the Fair Housing Act has this little known provision, or at least it was little known until a year or two ago, this thing that says there's an obligation to affirmatively further fair housing. Not just not to discriminate, but to address the underlying problems in our structures, in our communities, that are the legacies of long ago patterns and decisions that were discriminatory. And the obligation to affirmatively further fair housing is not just not to discriminate today and to address it when it occurs, it is to undo these legacies of discrimination.
April is Fair Housing Month. So the Fairfax Office of Human Rights and Equity Programs is proud to once again put on our annual Fair Housing Program, which has two components. There's a luncheon with a keynote speaker, and also in the morning session we have training.
So today we did a training on disability issues related to fair housing, focusing on how you deal with requests for reasonable accommodations and reasonable modifications. At the Equal Rights Center, one of the most prevalent complaints we receive are for folks who have disabilities who are trying to access housing. For example, they might need a service animal or assistance animal, and sometimes people don't know how to deal with those requests, so we're hoping to educate people today on how to deal with those.
Fair housing laws are very important, both to the public in general, so that they're not taking advantage of, whether we're talking about obtaining a loan, being able to purchase a home in the neighborhood that they want to. It's also important to inform the realtors of what the laws are.
Well, this is the 47th anniversary of the Fair Housing Act, and the act was passed to prevent discrimination in housing. And unfortunately, we are still seeing that discrimination today. Maybe not as overtly, but we're still seeing rampant patterns of racial segregation and segregation based on national origin, familial status, folks with disabilities. And so it's very important that we keep these issues in the limelight.
If anyone has a question, whether you be a citizen and you think that someone may have violated your rights with respect to fair housing, or if you're a realtor and you're just checking on to see if your processes are in place, you can contact the Fairfax County Office of Human Rights and Equity Programs, and we can be reached at 703-324-2953.